From the Dignity Health Studio at the Bakersfield Californian, this is Strictly Business, presented by the Greater Bakersfield Chamber of Commerce. Sponsored in part by the law offices of Young Wooldridge, San Joaquin Community Hospital. And now, here's your host, Cindy Pollard, President and CEO of the Greater Bakersfield Chamber of Commerce.
Well, good morning to you on this magical Monday. My name's Jimmy Phillips, Executive Director of Marketing and Communications at San Joaquin Community Hospital, and I am guest hosting for Cindy Pollard today, who's in Sacramento on business. It's a pleasure to be with you this morning. We have a great show for you lined up today. Chris Pelster of Money Wise Guys is stopping by to talk about small business retirement planning. So that's going to be an exciting feature during our show today. Then later, Cheryl Scott, Vice President of the Kern Economic Development Corporation, will be here to talk about important workforce development issues around the Valley and an upcoming workshop taking place later this week. But first, let's take a look at some news you can use this morning. Governor Jerry Brown recently vetoed a bill that would have criminalized the selling of mislabeled seafood, handing another loss to lawmakers who pursued several high-profile efforts this year to give Californians more information about what they eat and drink. SB 1138 was not the only casualty of this year's Capitol food fights. Legislation to label genetically engineered food failed in the Senate, while a proposal to add warning labels to sugary drinks passed the Senate but died in the Assembly Health Committee. Only a bill requiring vendors at farmers markets to accurately advertise where their produce is grown was signed this year. Small businesses in Southern California are increasingly optimistic. This is according to a recent survey commissioned by the Los Angeles financial institution CTBC Bank Corporation and conducted by FTI Consulting. It surveyed 432 respondents at businesses with 1,000 employees or fewer. The vast majority expect to maintain or boost their investments in leases, contracts, and other long-term commitments. Nearly all expect to do so with the same marketing and sales budgets. The percentage of businesses who expect to trim full-time headcounts is in the single digits, with businesses and professional services most likely to boost hiring. More than a third said they're planning to bring on additional part-time workers. Doing business in Southern California has some major advantages. Workforce is enormous, and the education level of workers is higher than it is in most places. Manufacturers especially said the easy access to national and global markets through extensive transportation networks was key. TEC Equipment Incorporated, a Portland, Oregon-based sales truck and service company, announced it is building a new full-service location in Lathrop, planning a 25-acre facility that will employ 50 people. The truck, tractor, and semi-trailer dealer is renovating the former Anderson Trust facility at 2050 East Louise Avenue. When completed later this year, or in early 2015, the 48,000 square foot facility will house 20 repair bays, a showroom, truck and trailer parts, and 12,000 square feet of office space. The company estimates it will invest $6 to $7 million in the facility, then add up to 2 million parts in inventory, as well as more than 5 million in Wabash trailers and used truck tractors. TEC Equipment, which has facilities in 22 other locations in Oregon, Washington, Nevada, the Bay Area, and Southern California, also has a small used truck and parts sales office at another location in Lathrop, where it gauged the potential market for the San Joaquin Valley. Michael Anman, Chief Executive of the San Joaquin Partnership, which helped TEC Equipment with its Lathrop location, said the new dealership fits right into the region's extensive truck transportation infrastructure. Besides parts, service, Wabash trailer, and used tractor-trailer sales, TEC Equipment will offer fuel, equipment, rentals, leasing, financing, and insurance. In what could be a monumental shift in public higher education in California, Governor Jerry Brown signed a bill recently that will allow up to 15 community colleges to launch bachelor's degrees programs in vocational fields. While 21 other states offer community college baccalaureates, California community colleges have traditionally been the domain of transfer students and career technical education. granting 2-year associate degrees as established more than 50 years ago in the Master Plan for Higher Education. Senate Bill 850 will allow colleges to experiment with 4-year degrees. The pilot program is set to begin no later than the 2017-2018 academic year and end in 2024. In recent years, advocates have argued that growing industry demand for more educated workers in fields such as dental hygiene and automotive technology could be met by expanding existing programs at community colleges. Could LA County be the high-tech capital of the country? Los Angeles may be known as the entertainment capital of the world, but the county can now add high-tech capital of the country to its resume as well. A new report issued last week found that Los Angeles County has 368,000 high-tech jobs, more than any other region in the country, including Boston, Cambridge, which comes in with 361,000, Silicon Valley, and New York City. High-tech employs more than 9% of all jobs in Los Angeles County. The Los Angeles County Economic Development Corporation Institute for Applied Economics found that more than 75% of the county's high-tech jobs were in aerospace, wholesale related to high-tech products, engineering and R&D, consulting, and computer software design, services, and online publishing. The new economic development rate offered by PG&E is providing significant assistance with electric rates to 10 California employers, enabling those companies to keep, expand, or launch new operations in California rather than leave the state. In just over 4 months, the utility's new economic development rate, which was approved by state regulators this spring at PG&E's request, has already saved or potentially added a total of 861 jobs in the state. Joining us here in the studio to talk more about the economic development rate is Katie Allen and Denise Newton of PG&E. Good morning, ladies. Thank you for being with us this morning.
Good morning. Thank you for having us.
So tell us more about the rate program and all the things going on here at PG&E.
Absolutely. Like you said, PG&E's economic development rate was passed this past spring by state regulators at PG&E's request, and it really targets businesses that would have otherwise left the state or just closed. So the rate offers a 12% reduction for 5 years for businesses that can attest to having to leave without this rate, really taking their business elsewhere. It's really targeted at businesses that could serve their markets from other states, such as manufacturers that could produce or ship from a variety of locations. And this is one of the many initiatives that we have moved forward as part of a company to ensure businesses stay local and jobs stay local.
So it's like on a micro scale, we always talk about how it's important to buy American-made products. This is, even keeping it closer to home and trying to keep local businesses right here in Kern County.
Absolutely. And here in Kern County, we know how important that is.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And so there are currently 10 companies throughout the state utilizing this incentive program. And the closest in the Central Valley is Stockton. And that is a pipe manufacturer that has kept 104 local jobs at that facility, and they hope to expand to 170. Otherwise, this business in Stockton would have left without this rate. And it's important to note we don't currently have any businesses participating in Kern County. So it's really important to come talk to you on Strictly Business today and let the businesses locally know about it.
Yeah.
And be able to learn more about it. Maybe this isn't specifically a program that they can utilize, but we have a wide variety of programs and initiatives that are available for local businesses.
So tell us more about, you already mentioned that there's none in Kern County currently using this program. How might a business qualify if they were interested in getting this this really reasonable rate?
Absolutely. There's a wide range of things that the companies need to do to be eligible for this rate, and it's ultimately determined by the Governor's Office of Business and Economic Development. Okay. And there's a phone number if you're listening right now, and this is something that you think your business may be interested or another business. We suggest that you call 800-468-4743 for more information, and we have specialists on hand to walk you through this process and what it really takes to qualify and be eligible for this program.
Well, I think that's so fantastic. Denise, why do you think it's so important that PG&E be a resource to help keep businesses local here in Kern County?
Well, we're all about being local. We actually have 19 divisions, and my role here as a senior manager for PG&E is to make PG&E local. I've been in Kern County for over 24 years, and we've actually been partnering with the KEDC and the Chamber to get the word out on this ED rate. It's really important.
So there's definitely been some groupthink here in terms of working with the local Economic Development Corporation and the local chamber as well.
Absolutely. We have some other things that we're also doing for businesses and ag customers here. We make sure that they're on the best rate. And we also provide energy surveys for businesses, which they can call the same number Katie just gave. That can lead to energy efficiency tips to help make them more energy efficient and to save money on their bill. And then we give rebates and incentives to help that. So the best thing for them to do if they're interested or need help is to call our specialized number for business customers, which is the 1-800-468-4743.
And if you didn't catch that number right now, where can people go to learn more about this program?
They could go to our website at pg.com. They can also look at their energy use online as well as learn about the ED rate.
Fantastic.
So it's really important.
Fantastic. Well, we often talk about how it's important to preserve our energy in our local economy, which is our house, right?
Absolutely.
There's things we can do to reduce our energy bills, and that can make a huge difference over the course of a year. But you guys are telling us there's things businesses can do as well, and then there's also this special program which can definitely be a benefit to keeping local businesses here in Kern County. Ladies, thank you very much for joining us this morning, and encourage all the small business owners to get out and take advantage of this program. Thank you so much.
Thank you
Appreciate
so
it.
much.
Thank
We are
you.
here to help. So thank you, Jimmy.
And we will be right back.